Hi everyone, this is Shamasa, and I just want to share some tips over the next couple of weeks about how you can get through the holiday season with more ease and less stress. So, because much of the source of both joy and challenges at this time has to do with food, that's going to be one of the things I'll focus on. Also, because in Ayurveda, the one of the most important foundations for good health is good digestion. And it affects not only our physical health, but also our emotional health and our spiritual health because they're all interconnected. So, this first tip is a simple one, but because simple isn't always easy, I'm going to try to give some practical ways you can approach this. Basically, you want to eat only at meal times. So leaving 3 hours at least in between your daytime meals where you're not eating anything, you're not even taking in healthy things, ideally, to the extent you can. And after your last meal of the day, you're not eating anything again, not even something healthy. The reason is that digestion takes several hours, and it's in the later stages of digestion that a lot of the nutrients and goodness is absorbed and assimilated. So if we're kind of putting things in just throughout, even if they're healthy, your body is going to treat it as something to digest. So it's going to kind of disturb the process of assimilation and absorption of nutrients, because then it's, part of the digestive process is turning its attention to processing this other stuff coming in. The other reason is that it weakens by putting in things just throughout this time. It impairs our digestive fire. So there's this concept in Ayurveda of a little fire in your belly that's driving the digestive process. And it, if you keep putting things in, it's just going to like dampen that fire, and it's not going to be as strong. So if you violate these, like, and do snack, it's okay every, once in a while. The problem is that the festive season is over several weeks. So there's a lot of social engagements, a lot of food all around us. And you don't want to get into the habit of just taking things in throughout and not having that little almost mini fasts between meals. So what do you do? There's treats at your workplace. There's just lots of social engagements with food. What you can do is you don't have to deny yourself of this stuff. If there are treats around you, you can take some and save it and have it with your meal later. So treats are often either, they are sweet treats, but even if they're not, they're treated like sugar if they're carby, have a lot of carbohydrates. So by having it with the meal where you're naturally going to want to have actual nourishment, it's different from in between your meals when you're just like, it's easy to kind of have this and it's straight up sugar spike. So yeah, you can have it with your meals. And in between that time, have some hot water. Have a flask, or you probably maybe have a kettle around, and just have hot water. Ideally, if that's difficult, you can have herbal tea. And do not eat things. And by eating, I mean smoothies and such also is counting as eating. In between the meals. And and then you might have to think about like how many social engagements involving food you can get to and deal with in a day. You can treat that thing as a meal if you want, and if there's going to be some decent food you want to have there, and then accordingly not eat for a few hours before to build up your hunger, your real hunger. And afterward, then after your last meal of the day, don't eat, and a good hack for that is to have your toothbrush and toothpaste and just brush your teeth. It'll make it less likely to get tempted by the different things. And you can sip on hot water or herbal tea if you have to. So those are some simple tips that will hopefully help you get through the season. And I will be back with some more soon. So bye for now.